Alright, Lit Rippers, welcome back to B-Deuce Fishing. I'm your boy Brian, and I'm here with a rod comparison video for y'all. I already told you I was going to pick up a SHIMANO SLX. I didn't get that. I went over to Sportsman's to pick it up, and they said they had 2 medium heavies in stock. All they had was 2 mediums. I got that fixed with the manager. I shopped around, got something comparable. I'm gonna take y'all over to the table and show you. I got the SLX on order, so we'll do another one when that gets here. But for right now, I want to compare the SHIMANO SLX medium heavy to the G-LOOMIS GCX worm and jig rod, y'all. Let's go over to the table. All right, guys, here we are back at the table. Here's what we got. Anybody that knows me or has been on this channel before knows that this is the SHIMANO SLX $99 rod, 7-foot medium heavy, action fast. This right here is one of the most sensitive rods I have in my collection at a $99 price point. Well, I told y'all in a previous video that I was wanting to upgrade to something to compare it to. So I poked around a little bit and this is what I came up with. I picked up the G-LOOMIS GCX jig and worm rod, model number 854C. It's a 7-foot one. It's 1 inch bigger, and I can really tell on casting accuracy. I feel like even though it's only an inch, that I still can reach what I want to reach with that one. That's what she said. This one right here, a $230 rod is what I picked it up for at Sportsman's Warehouse, and it's a nice rod, don't get me wrong. I fished it 3 times. If y'all been watching my videos, you'll see this rod in the Hartwell, in the rain video for the Tourney X, in the final video for the Tourney X. It's about to be in the next video with my boy from work, James, took me on the Saluda River again, which is about to be the next video that's coming out after this one. And I mean, for $230, I mean, the rod's pretty sensitive. I want something. I'm a worm fisherman. I like to fish the worm. So I feel like something like that is really important on the sensitivity and, you know, detecting the bite. So the rod ain't too bad, you know, for the price point though. I still feel like this rod is better. We're gonna go down through here. I'm gonna show y'all a couple little features on them, and then I'm gonna tell you why I think that this rod is still more sensitive than this one. And don't get me wrong though when I say that. This is a high dollar rod, to me anyway. I mean, $230 would tax you $250. I still feel like this $99 rod is more sensitive. And we're gonna go down and show some features and then we'll get into why. All right, we move down. We got a solid cork handle with this kind of like blended cork at the bottom with a wrap cork right here. I mean, it's a good feeling rod. And I mean, I don't know if this extra weight on the end helps that. And then you got the old Fuji style reel seat on a $230 price point on the rod. Like, I don't know about this part right here. Like, do you really gotta step it up to the $650 rod with G-LOOMIS to get a better reel seat? You have this little bit of cork here, which I do think is a little more comfortable when I'm holding, you know, than just having nothing. You got a bait keeper right here, which, I mean, it don't seem like it's wrapped too good. It's almost like I could see the wire through the wrap. Might be because it's red, I don't know. And then jumping on, I think they got some kind of different, I don't think it's Fuji, but there's 9 guides plus the tip. Same thing as the SLX over there. And that's, you know, basically about it. So we're gonna jump over here to the SLX. This is a open EVA handle, a split grip. You got a little EVA down here on the bottom. This is a solid piece. I like that, nothing to fall off. Got EVA here. Now I'm gonna touch on what I really think. Let's jump over this reel seat real quick. And it's same amount of eyelets, and it's 9 plus the tip. Don't really feel anything different there. It's got the same line keeper right here, which I really don't care too much for those on the back like that. I'll go ahead and tell y'all why right now while we're looking at it. But sometimes when I'm fishing a little deeper with a Texas rig, jig, something like that, I'll take the rod after I've made my cast. I'll let the spool loose and I'll jerk my hand back like this with the rod to pull out extra line, and then I'll bring it back so the bait will fall faster. Sometimes if you do that with these little rods like this, it'll get caught around there. I mean, it's not a big deal. You just, most time you know it immediately because, you know, the rods are so sensitive, you just feel it. You know, something's not right. It's not falling right, you know, or it's not reeling right. Immediately you know it. But I really like it when they have them down here out of the way. For some reason, they never seem to bother me like that. I won't touch on this while I'm here, but I think the G-LOOMIS rod is just a little heavier than this one. I should probably get some scales out and weigh them for you, but I think it's probably got to do with all this extra material here. Basically, all I'm trying to say is this rod almost costs 2.5 times what this rod costs, and to me this is still a better rod. Not knocking G-LOOMIS. I know there's gonna be some fanboys out there that's gonna be like, you crazy Brian, blah 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 blah. There's gonna be Shimano's guys be rooting us on. There'll be some 13 fishing guys that be like, you crazy, you don't know the right rod. You know, I have them all. I've got favorite rods. I've got a 13 fishing Omen. I got a 13 fishing Fate. I got a 13 fishing Envy. I got Abu Garcia rods. But, you know, as a Texas rig, I think some of the rods fishing a moving bait or something like that, you know, it really don't matter as much. But when you're fishing a Texas rig or a jig or something like that where you're fishing the bottom, you want good light sensitive rod. Not light as far as the action. I always fish a medium heavy fast action. If you're asking me, and you know opinions are like buttholes, but I'm trying to help some people that's getting into fishing, and you don't have to go out and spend $250 on a rod when you can get a $99 one that do the same thing. One other thing I want to touch on while I'm doing this, something weird is going on with the bottom of this. Like it just feels like abnormally shaped already. It's only been on 3 fishing trips. Maybe it was like that when I bought it. Maybe it wasn't. But I just know that it already feels off and it looks like it's 2 pieces. Which, I mean, I can't tell you how many lose rods, favorite rods, stuff like that where they put the little sticker on the bottom. And you fish it enough, the sticker's gone. I really like this Shimano. It's like, dude, let's just eliminate any of that bull and let's just put one solid piece down there. There's nothing to fall off. It looks the same, besides being beat all to hell, it looks exactly the same as when I bought it. Nothing's fell off. I don't know. I mean, Shimano's really won me over with this thing right here. Like, y'all let me know in the comments if anybody else is trying to work out about these rods, but still gonna use this rod. You know, it says it's a jig and worm rod, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna retire it from being a Texas rig rod. I'm gonna go back to using this as my Texas rig rod. I feel more, you know, no pun intended, but I just feel like this is a better rod for that. And I think what I'm gonna do is transition over and I'm gonna start using this as like a light jig, you know, 3/8 half ounce, something like that. Maybe a Carolina rig. I think it would make a good Carolina rig rod. It's a little longer, so it'll probably work out better for that. Now for the part y'all all been waiting on. I'm gonna tell you what I think makes this rod better, and that's this reel seat. The reel seat, not to mention the rod's lighter, I feel like. I don't know if this is what makes it more sensitive, but I think this is what does, you know, just my opinion. Look at how this reel seat, the rod is exposed. It'll touch your reel. Look at the Fuji guy. Look at the Fuji reel seat. There's a piece of plastic between you and the rod. Don't know if that makes a big difference. I also am gonna flip them over here and I'm gonna show y'all. Look at how much of that rod is exposed on that Shimano SLX compared to that. I hope y'all can see that. I hope y'all can see that because that's a good 1 or 2 fingers more you got touching the rod. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I haven't like proven it, you know, but I know when I felt fish, I caught them on this rod. But I still just feel like I feel more ticking on the bottom. I feel more, I'm not gonna say bites, but I just feel like I feel more with this rod. All right, I'm gonna take y'all back over. Let's do this outro. All right, that is what it is, y'all. Here we go. You know, all this is just my opinion. I think the rod's very fishable, just like I think that budget rod I did was very fishable. The budget rod, to me, fishes almost as well as that G-LOOMIS, and I mean, it's $50, y'all. I had a bunch of guys help me out when I first got into it. I watched a bunch of fishing videos. Shameless shout out to my boy Debo Fishing. The Bass Geek helped me out a lot. And Gene Jensen, the Fluke Master, I watched his videos a lot. I just want to keep it simple for somebody that's starting to fish. I hope it's helping y'all out, and I appreciate y'all coming along and putting up with old country boys draw. I really feel like that fishing makes everybody feel like a kid again. As long as you got a fish on the other end of that line, you can't wipe the smile off nobody's face. So take somebody fishing, get out there, get your hook wet, do your thing, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.